Well, that's loud. Happy Saturday. I'm back. I did not stream at all yesterday evening after working out because I don't know, I didn't feel like it. So I just worked on some code on my own without a camera. But I'm here today. I actually don't have a lot of time right now. I probably will stream a couple times today, but I only have about 45 minutes or so right now before we have to leave to go to a basketball game. But that should be enough time to accomplish what it is I wanted to accomplish, what I wanted to accomplish is there is a person who has found their way to one of my apps on GitHub, and they've logged a couple issues, a couple feature requests. So actually, it's quite a few feature requests. And so I want to take care of those for them this weekend. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's see. So it's just this, it's a very basic app. It just basically takes data from one place and moves this data to another. And so the one I want to try to tackle right now before we head to basketball practice our basketball game is making property values case insensitive. So basically just allowing people, because basically what my app does is it allows people to build a configuration file. I can show you an example of that. Basically it lets people build a configuration file that just tells the app how it should move data from one place to the other place. Let's see if I can find an example. I think I have an example config here somewhere like this. So you can specify some basic configuration information, and then you can specify some mappings. In this case, you can specify basically field IDs to particular properties that are coming from another system. And right now, these properties have to be exact. If they're not exact, then the configuration isn't valid. So we're going to change it so people don't have to specify them to be exact. So that's what we're going to do real quick. Let's see. So we're going to cd into my project here. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a test for this particular behavior. So this test is going to be down here in the processor, which is kind of where all the logic for the app lives, or most of it. I built this app 2 years ago, and so there's definitely things that I've done in here that I look back on, and I'm like, why did I do that? But that's normal, right? That's part of growing and learning. Okay, so we basically want to add a new test case down here. And this is going to be public void, and it's going to test the method called hasValidAzureProperties. That's the method we're testing. And we're going to say when no Copilot. That's not what I want to do, Copilot. I'm going to disable Copilot. Sometimes Copilot can just be super annoying when you know what you want to do and it just keeps trying to tell you what it wants to do. Okay, hasValidAzureProperties when called, and property names are different case, it should return true. So let's say when called, property names are different case and valid, it should return true. Okay, so then in here, let's just copy this test up above. Because basically this test is perfect. No, not this one. This one's for invalid properties. This one is for valid properties. So this is perfect. We just want to take this, copy it. And actually, This is just like when you work on old stuff, you're like, man, I see so much I could do better here. Like I could make these tests parameterized, and yeah, there's a lot here I could do better, but I'm just gonna not get distracted. Um, okay, so basically the idea here is if we have this, if you have these settings, these field mappings, if someone gave us these property names that were case like this, right? So let's say it's display name and it's Pascal case, and let's say this is just all kinds of weird random casing throughout this word like that. I don't know why anyone would do that, but if they did, let's say this is all lower, let's say this is all upper, let's say this has a big character, let's make this one Pascal case. So basically, if people define properties with bad casing, we're just going to handle that for them. So this should still return true, but I think right now it's going to actually return. This should actually return false right now. So this is if you're familiar, right? This is kind of a test-driven development approach. Aman Singh, hey Aman, what's happening here is I'm trying to add some functionality to one of my applications. I had a gentleman on my GitHub log an issue about some behavior that he would like to be different, and so I'm just I'm implementing that. But while I do it, I'm hanging out with you guys. So if you wanna chat, I'm here to chat too. So this did not run my tests. Why did this? Okay, so we need to discover the tests, I guess. I probably need to build this. Hold on. Let's see. .NET build. And then let's open this back up. Let's go to processor tests. Processor tests. And then we'll jump down to has, valid, Azure properties. Okay, this is the test we are working on. Amon, oh, okay, yeah, nothing earth-shattering, just kind of hanging out, working on an enhancement and chatting with you guys. So, hey Braden, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping in again. You were here, you stopped in last night too when I was working out. Thanks for coming back, bro. Amon, you look quite experienced developer. I mean, I guess you could say that. If you can believe it, I've never worked a day in my life as a paid developer, but I've spent the last 4 or 5 years learning how to program and write code and build my own stuff. At my job, I'm a quality engineer, so I write automated tests. So I do know how to code, and I do use it some at work, but I'm not actually paid to be a developer in this true sense of the word. But I mean, right? Like, what qualifies you to call yourself a developer? You know, Braden, I try to stop by every stream you have. That's really nice, Braden. It's very kind of you to try to do that. You don't have to though, man. There's no pressure to do that, but that's very kind of you. What's up, Gandalf? How are you doing, man? Feeling good still? You working today? Or I guess I should say, have you been working today? Because you're ahead of me. You're several hours ahead of me. Our day's just kind of getting going. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's noon here. But the first thing we've got going on today is a basketball game in about 30-ish minutes or so. So I can't stream for very long right now, but I'll probably stream again later today. Okay, we should run this test, and this test should fail. Which I don't understand. It says no tests found. I don't think that's true. There we go. So now it's running. Actually, that's the wrong one. This one should pass. Okay, it's this one I want to run right here. Has Let's mark that and say space TSR. So this should fail, or I'm expecting it to fail. I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm doing good. I got some coffee. I'm working on some side projects, hanging out with you guys. I woke up healthy. My family all woke up healthy. Life is good. Okay, so that failed. Okay, so that's cool. So that's kind of this idea of test-driven development, right? Like you have an idea or you have some behavior, you write a test, the test should fail, and then you implement the behavior and then rerun the test. The test should pass. Toad Sage says, "Yo Java." Well, what's up, Toad? But it's not Java. It's C#. But they look a lot alike. To be fair. Toad Sage, new here. What's the idea of the project, bro? Okay, so this is actually an app I worked on. Several. Oh man, this would have been 2 years ago, I think, when I originally built this. Yeah, 2 years. But basically, all this application does is it moves data from one system to data in another, right? So it takes users and groups from Azure Active Directory and it moves them into another piece of software. And I had a user, somebody, I guess, stumble on this app and tried to put it to use, and they had some enhancements that they wanted, some things they wanted to be different. And so we're just kind of going through and adding those things for them. That's all we're doing. Not really an earth-shattering kind of groundbreaking piece of code or application, but somebody out there is getting value from it, so I want to try to help them use it, make sure it solves their use case. Okay, so let's close our little sidebar here. Close. And then let's go to the processor itself, which is where that method lives that we were calling. Specifically, it's called has valid Azure properties. Yeah. Okay. So let's fix some of this formatting. I don't know why the hell 2 years ago Steven did that way, but everything in here is formatted this way, and I don't know why I chose to do that. Yep, like this. Actually, let's leave that on a separate line because that's a little long. So here we go. A little bit of formatting. It's kind of cool though when you see people actually use some of the stuff you built, you know? It's kind of cool. Toad says, "Okay, nice. I try to give it a star." Okay, yeah, man. Here, I'll put the link in there if you wanna star it. You don't have to, but if you want to, that'd be awesome, man. Here's the link to the repo. You want to poke around? Let's see. Kajani, hey, what's up, man? How are you? Jax, yo, back from last night. Jax, I'm gonna learn coding. Nice, dude. Yeah, I'm back. When you free up from this thing, let's look at the code if you're not busy with stuff. For sure. Yeah, for sure. Siam, what you coding? I am working on this, adding some features to an application. I just put the link in the chat, but it's an app I built a couple years ago, and somebody logged some feature requests yesterday, and so I'm just working on implementing some of those for them. I have like 30 more minutes. I have a basketball game I gotta go to like around 1ish, so I can't stream for very long right now, but I'm gonna try to at least get one of these things implemented before we have to go. Let's see. So basically, it's in here where we're validating the field mappings, and this is how we're doing it. And so I basically just need to well, hold on. Why am I capitalizing? So Azure user property names. You know what? I think this probably I probably originally planned these to be case insensitive because I'm capitalizing the value, but I'm not capitalizing the property names. So I basically just need to do this. Capitalize. And this should fix it. Or this should at least do what he wants. So that was probably a me mistake from 2 years ago, honestly. Let's see. So let's go back to our processor test. Actually, let's make sure we write that all out. Let's go back to our processor tests and rerun this. Hopefully that passes. Let's see. I got my game tester in the chat. Oh, nice. Very cool. Hi, friend. Started my Rust journey. Hey, Flores. Awesome, man. How are you approaching learning Rust? Are you using this thing? Oh, my test still failed. Okay, I'll have to debug this then. So how are you, Flores? Are you learning Rust using this thing, the Rust programming language book? That's what I started with. Was this website? Jeff Ander 55. We meet again. Yes, we do. Hello, Jeff Ander 55. Nice for coming back. Jeff Ander, as a game tester, what can you say about my game? Yeah, I don't know, Johnny, if I'll have time to work on the game, but we can definitely take a look at it if you want. Let me get this test passing and get this pushed up, and then we can switch over to that. Okay, so this is not working the way I would think it should. And I did write my changes out, so just make sure that. Oh god. Yeah, okay, so we need to debug this. Let's see. Processor. No, processor. Let's set a breakpoint in here. Let's set it like right here. And then we'll go back to the processor test, and then we can just hit leader DT. Which, this is actually gonna, I don't know with this much screen space if I'm gonna actually be able to really debug this very effectively. Because this window is so tiny. Did it hit a breakpoint? I guess it did, but I can't tell. The freaking window's so small. Okay, I don't know if I'll be able to debug this within the. Yeah. Okay. Something. There we go. Let me make this a little bigger. I know you guys can't see it all, but if I don't make it bigger, I won't be able to debug it. Okay. Siam, what language is this? This is C#, Siam. Toad Sage says, yeah, the Rust book, Sys, is a great resource. Okay, nice. Flores says, I'm using the repo called 100 Exercises to Learn Rust. Oh, hey, Flores, send me that link. I would be definitely interested in installing that repo. Toad says, Ayo, NeoVim and PowerShell. Yeah, that's a new thing that I just started doing. Okay, So step over. Step over. Okay, has valid Azure user properties. Okay, so I need to see what those property names are, but I can't. I'm going to close some of these windows. Okay, so this has a list. Okay, these aren't capitalized. Why aren't these capitalized? Well, that's weird. Where's this coming from? Oh, you know what? This is a method I wrote myself, isn't it? Yeah. So I wrote this to basically convert them from camel. Okay. Well, this may be more complicated than I originally thought. Kajani, by the way, how do I run the Python code PyGamer on PowerShell? Never figured it out. Oh, I can show you. Yeah, I can show you. But now I'm now I'm realizing that I did what I did, I think, for a specific reason, and now I'm not sure if I actually want to change this. Let me find all the references to this thing. Let's see. How do I do that? Go to references. I think it's leader GR. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think I might want to do something different here. Also, let's see, Kajani Pie Game. Also, we hit 300 subs. Oh, nice, very cool. Don't know, never worked with Python till now. Let's see, we're at 303. It's showing 306. Nice, that's very cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Hopefully, we stay above 300 for a little while and we can make it official. I'm always afraid to say like, yay, we passed, a certain number because I know people can unsubscribe. You know what I mean? So, okay, so the thing is, I'm basically taking camel cased properties from the config file, and then I'm converting them to essentially Pascal cased. So in the configuration file, they need to be. So if I want to do this properly, basically, when I read in their configuration file, I need to essentially coerce the whatever they give me into the proper casing, and then validate against that. That's probably the better approach. Yeah, that's probably the better approach here. Let me close this and let's take another stab at it. Or hold on, before I do that, let's 30ish viewers and so little likes. I appreciate that, Kajani. Okay, so since I only have about 15 minutes, let's take a look at Kajani's game. I'll come back to this later today because now I'm realizing it wasn't as simple. It's been 2 years since I touched this app, and now I'm realizing it's probably not as simple as I thought it would be. So, I mean, I think it's still pretty straightforward. I think what I need to do is so the test is still okay, but the change that I made in the processor, this is not okay. So I basically need to undo that. I need to undo that. And then when I load the settings file, where do I do that? Where do I do that? This is all validation stuff. Fine grep, settings. Where do I load that? Let's see, models. Do I load it in here? This is the problem with when you write something, you don't touch it for a long time. You got to figure out where the heck everything is. It's like you're looking at code somebody else wrote because it literally was you for how many ever years ago. So here's what the syncer does. Retrieve group fields. Set default group values. Let's see, set default, set users. This checks if the values are valid. Where do I actually read the settings though? I must do that in here. Sorry, I want to go to the top. Yeah, it's like, where do I load the settings at? Is that in my host builder maybe? No, that's not my host builder. App options. No, that's not it. Anyways, okay, I'll figure this out. I won't keep you guys waiting. What? Let's see. Hold on. Neo Habra, what are you up to? I'm trying to add an enhancement to an app I wrote, and I'm trying to reorient myself to the app. Toad says C#. It is indeed C#. Kashani, yeah, but what it do? It just moves data from one place to another. So it basically serves as a way to take user and group data from Azure, which is a identity provider that a lot of enterprises use, and then it just moves it to another piece of software. That's all. Kind of like a sync, like a one-way sync. Yeah, but we're gonna look at Kajani's code real quick. So let's do that before I have to go, because I've got about 13-ish minutes before I probably should sign off. So let's right quit all. Okay, so we're gonna go and look at game. Yeah, game. So what was the first thing Kajani, you asked? Oh, you asked how do you run this in PowerShell? It's super simple. It's just Python, right? So Python is just a program, right? Python is a language, but Python's also a program that interprets Python code, right? That's the weird thing about Python. So you basically just call Python and then pass in the file you want to run, which in your case is main.py. I am using a virtual environment, which is kind of a best practice when you're building with Python, right? To don't install packages into a global space. Use a virtualized environment for whatever project. So I'm going to activate that virtual environment real quick. And then now I'm going to say Python main.py, which is where Kajani's game is. And it should come up. There we go. You guys can see that, huh? Oh, Kajani says I figured it out. Okay, nice. Yeah. Okay, you already know. So this is Kajani's game he built. So we can hit spacebar to start it. And Kajani's from Finland, so some of the words are Finnish if you're not a Finnish speaker, which I'm not. So you can jump onto the different platforms. And then your goal is to get these cans. There, can't get it. Oh no. Oh no. From the get, I'm messed up. There, let's see if I can get over here from here. Oh no, I can't get it, man. I can't get it. Game over. Yeah, let's see. Let's restart. Let's try again. Let's see. It's a pretty cool game, and considering how few lines of code it took to write it. There we go. Now we get to go to the next level. It's level 2, and we collected that. And Kajani, the reason why it sometimes advances when I don't collect all the cans right is because you put like a buffer in there. If one of the cans is uncollectible, you still want people to be able to complete the level. Oh no, I gotta get over this. Or I guess I can go around him. There we go. Nice. So yeah, that's the game. It's pretty cool. So Toad says just add some sprites. Yeah. So I don't know how to do any of that. But Kajani did ask me to. I think it's awesome, Kajani. I think it's really cool that you made this. I think anybody who sits down and is able to have an idea in their head and convert it to something others can actually see and use, that's awesome. So mad props to you, man. So Kajani asked me, though, if we could add, I think what you were asking is if at the end, like here on this screen, right, if we could add, like, you made it to level 4, and then also I think we were talking about, like, adding a score, like, your score was 10 or something, based on how many cans you collected. I think was what we had talked about. So I think when I looked at this earlier, I think it's kind of straightforward. But I've never worked with Pygame before, so I don't honestly know if this is a good approach. But let's see. Let's go over here. We'll close that. We'll jump down here. You have a function in here. It's called like restart game. Yeah, restart game, which displays that screen. So here's my idea. My idea is and you called it in a couple different places, but my idea is basically to make this take a parameter. So like we could call this like level, and then we could call this total score, like that. And then I think we can just kind of do what you're doing here, right? Where we can just say, let's say level text, and then level rec, and then put that here like that. And actually, let's just try level and see if that works. Because it looks like in your main game loop, you're already taking care of, like you're already keeping track of these things, right? So let's go down to where you actually call this. Right? So I was thinking here you could just pass in what you're already keeping track of. Where is it? It's up here. So you're already keeping track of the level. So, where was it? Yeah, here. So I was thinking here you could just pass in level. And then pass in level here. And I think that's it, right? That's the only places. Yeah. So I don't know, let's try it. We'll see if this works. I don't actually know if this will work, but we can try it. Let's see, main.py. Okay. We might start grinding this game to polish it. Nice. The screen where it says restart or quick. Okay, public. Yeah, so I guess let's just see if we can get to a different level than 1. Okay, so now we're going to level 2. Okay, now we're on level 3, and now let's fail this level and see what the restart screen looks like. So let's run into the cop. Yeah, see, there we go. So we just need to customize that text, right? We just say, I don't know English. Yeah, I think now we can just have you tried programming a game using LLM? No, I have not, Tiger. I have not. I haven't done much with game development. Actually. Okay, so I think that'll work. So I'm just gonna, let's see. I'm just gonna keep following along this line, Kajani. I don't know if this is exactly what you were hoping for, and I'm not sure exactly all the different ways you can style this stuff, but that seems like something you could refine. Okay, so that's the level. So let's just say, you made it to this level, right? We'll say, and then we'll pass in this total score. Excuse me. And then we'll just create some new stuff here, right? So we'll say total score text, and we'll say your total score was, and then we need a score rectangle, and then we just need to put that on the screen. Oops. Why can't I see my cursor? There we go. I guess because that line's hiding it. What's this complaining about? Oh, the line's too long? There we go. Did some formatting. Okay, then we'll go down here again and we'll just so this would be the number of cans, right? You already have that. Collected ES, which ES is an energy drink from what Kajani has told me. Now that I've played this game, I guess I'll have to try to find me some of that ES and try it, huh? Okay, so let's write this all out and try it again. So, Python main. What do you say? Wow, stream. Let's see. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Okay, nice. Good, Kajani. That's what I thought. Fairy, wow. Live stream. Do you live in TikTok or other vid platform as well? Yeah, I usually stream to TikTok too. Or I shouldn't say I usually. I just recently switched from streaming to Twitch to also streaming to TikTok just because I wanted to try something different. So I set up kind of a vertical scene. Sometimes I stream horizontally though too. It just depends on the day. Jeff Anders says we can ship you some ES. Oh, nice. Yeah, I would love to try it, man. That'd be awesome. I'd love to try it. Okay, so let's play. Okay, so let's jump up here. So now my score should be 1, and I should be at level 1. Okay. And let's see. Should we jump down here? Now I should be at level 2, and the score should be 2. Oh god, game over. There we go. And then I mean I guess we could style this, right? We could style this. Oh, I should probably also put level there, right? You made it to level, like level. Okay. So let's close that. And then I'm gonna make this edit, and I'll push this up to my GitHub, and I'll credit you, Kajani, but then you can get the code from there.
Hey boys.
But we got to be heading out for a basketball game here in a minute. Fairy, trying something different is always a good thing indeed. Yeah, I just figured it was, you know, might as well, right? Euro Shopper is available in UK or Finland. Okay, nice. Kajani, send me the new code in a text file. Yeah, Kajani, I'll just push it up to GitHub, and I'll link to your YouTube channel in the README, but you can just steal it from there, or not steal it, take it back from there. Let's see. Let's come down here. This is gonna be. You made it to level like that. Okay, let's see. Let's do I think we just want, let's see. Ignore Python BNB. Okay, so let's make a new item. Git ignore them. Let's put this here. Right, quit all. And then we can say git, or no, we can say new item, readme md. Let's see, we can say, just see the bottom doesn't have our real name in there. Toad Savage, your home of Invim is nice. Oh, you like that, Toad Savage? It's actually it's a plugin called Invim Dashboard, if you're interested in it. Jeff Ander, I'm not in the UK, but Kajani is in. He's in Finland. Before, might just rewrite the code. Yeah, you guys go for it. Twist it all up as much as you'd like. Okay, let me. So you want me to remove that before I push it? I can do that. I pulled that comment out there for you then. Okay, I pulled that comment out at the bottom. Let's see. ls. And then. Yeah, I'll look for it. Yeah, I can find it for you. Hold on. Let's see. Invim dashboard. Yeah. I think Yeah, this is the one. There you go, Toad Sage. It's right there for you. Tony Stank. Nice username, bro. How are you getting command autocomplete in PowerShell? My PowerShell profile is on my here. I can link you to my PowerShell profile. But it's from a plugin, or I guess a commandlet in PowerShell. Let me find it. It's been forever since I wrote it, and some of it's taken from somebody else's PowerShell too. Let's see. Now I'm getting distracted by too many. I'm trying to do too many things. Yeah. Yeah, it's called the actually here, I'll send you the PS read line. It's called PS read line is the PowerShell module. Yeah, that's the name of it, module. There you go. Tony, this is the module I use for the nice completion. Thanks, Tony. I appreciate that, man. I'm actually getting ready to have to run real quick, but let me finish what I was doing here. Git add git commit initial commit. Let me open up the README and I'll say I'll just call it game. This is a Python game. A subscriber to my YT channel sent me to play and add some touches to. You can find his channel here. Link. Sorry, I don't mean to feel like I'm rushing, but we're getting ready to head out the door and I'm trying to get this done before I have to just like stand up and run. Let's see. Your channel, and then Johnny's username is K. Here we go. Right, quit all. Oh, I guess, Kajani, are you okay with that? Do you want this to be public? Because I won't push this up if you don't want this to be public. I can just send you the... Barry, don't forget your coffee, dude. Yeah, man, don't forget that. Okay, Kajani, I won't push this up until... Yeah, Kajani, I see your chat. I won't push this to get up. I'll just send you the file, okay? Because yeah, I didn't think about that. You might not want this code to be public in terms of a repo. I know I showed it on my stream, but maybe you don't want it out there everywhere. So I'll leave it here. I'll send you the link. I'll send you a file in Discord, okay, Kajani? I appreciate everybody who stopped in and hung out with me. I've got to run. I got to get my kid to his basketball game. Kajani, I promise I won't dox you. I won't dox you. I promise. Okay, it's all good. I should have stopped and thought about that more. So I apologize. I'll send you the file just like you sent it to me in Discord. So it's all good. Okay, guys, I gotta go. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm gonna go watch my son play some basketball. So I'll probably be on again later today at some point. And we'll circle back to the thing I was trying to do when I originally started this